Hi, and welcome to Mountain Aromatics. Hi, you guys. I wanted to go over musk because to me, the reason I want to do this is because back in the day, I was just really confused about musk. I was like, when I first started, before I got into perfumery, I never wore fragrances. I just didn't. I never wore fragrances. So when I heard the word musk, I always thought of, I don't know what else to say, but like a man's armpit. And I don't mean like after he's worked out and was sweating all day, not like that, but not fresh from the shower either, but just this kind of musky aroma. And that's kind of hi Amy, that's why I kind of didn't understand musk. I just thought of a man's underarm and just this musky, almost animal type aroma. So I wanted to go over musk because to me, there are two types of musk families, or I'm just calling them families, two types of musk families. And one, I'll just start with the kind that I was just talking about, the kind of musky underarm, like almost animalic aroma. That is from the deer musk. And that's back in the day, and I mean way back in the day, they used deer musk from the gland of the deer. And now sometimes, I'm just kind of really going into detail, but there are times when if they have had a deer that has died on its own, they will go and take the deer musk gland out and use that. There are still some people who use that. And then there's people who are like, no, that's unethical. No, that's going to still promote using the deer musk, that type of stuff. So some people don't want to use it. At any rate, there are some materials out there now that to me smell exactly like it. And that's like Shangri-La musk. That to me smells like deer musk, like the real thing. So if you want the real, true, very animalic, musky, that is what you want to use, is Shangri-La. So sorry. Let me go get it because I know that's what it is, but I'm just going to make sure. Give me just, actually, I can't get to it. Crap. Okay, it is Shangri-La. But anyway, that is a true animalic musk. So that fits under the dark musk to me. So there are dark musk and there are white musk. And I was like, what? So let me explain for a few minutes the white musk. So the white musk started I'm going to say, watch me be wrong, but I think like the 60s, maybe the 50s, and maybe it was before that, but like the 50s or 60s. And it's so an American thing. It is because of the United States. What happened was, and I don't remember the whole story, but I used to remember details about it, and I just don't have details. But just know that I believe it was China. God, I don't know why I'm thinking it's China, but they sent, and now I can't even remember. I should have done all my homework before I did this, but they sent something over here. Oh, I believe it was laundry detergent. Yeah, it was laundry detergent. They sent that over here in America, and people went crazy, like oh my God, this is so awesome. And we're going to buy it. And so they sent more and more and more. And it just got around, and everybody loved Tide because it's fresh laundry, clean. And America got obsessed with the super, super clean, cottony clean smell of this, of these musk molecules. So that is why it's such a big deal in America. But I call the white musk the American clean white cotton musk. The true musk is the deer musk. That is the true musk. That is the dark musk. I will tell you some that fit in that arena. Tonquitone, I'm going to have to just spell it. Tonquitone. That is one of the dark musk. Shangri-La. Shangri-La is the number one musk that you can buy that is like true deer musk. It smells like deer musk. No other material that I have smelled, there are probably some out there, but I have never smelled anything that smells like real true deer musk. And it is awesome. You're going to smell it at 100% and go, what? Oh my God. Absolutely you will. So make a 1%, make a 5%, and use that, because in minute amounts, again, it's one of those like castoreum that can make your fragrance crazy beautiful and set it apart. Just like using trace amounts of indole, totally make your tuberose, totally make your jasmine fragrances. You want a little bit in that, and it, because it's in those, like it's in jasmine absolute. There's indoles in there, which is part of the death process. Some of you know what I'm talking about. So anyway, I'll name a couple of other dark musk that just fall on the darker side. Exaltone, isomuscone, muscone, musk R1. You are just going to have to, if you're like, oh my God, go over those again, you're just going to have to back up a little bit on the video just to hear me again. I wish I could put them on here, the words, but I just can't. I just can't. Sorry, you're just going to have to back it up a little bit. So on the white musk, there are some that will not take over a fragrance. They're going to be light. They're going to give you a light, fresh, clean American aroma. I have no other way to put it. Appleyed, that's going to have, just like the name sounds, it's going to have a little bit of an apple in the background. Very, very clean, but there's a little bit of apple in there. Not overwhelming, and doesn't smell like, oh, it's a bottle of fresh apples. No, it's just some apple in the background. The strongest white musk, so on the far end of the white musk, is Aromatics. Auratouch, Aromatics. So that's the darkest of the white. Auraline, Phantaloid. I love Phantaloid. It's a little sweet. I love Phantaloid. I do. I love Phantaloid. And I believe it is only a powder. I believe that's the only way you can get that one, is just a pure powder. Phantol. IOD, Phantaloid. Cosmone, I'm going to tell you, is a very powdery. There are some of both musk, the white musk and the dark musk, that are powdery. There are some people who like the powdery aroma in their fragrance. I don't use them very often, but it will give you a powdery note in your fragrance. Some of these, not all. Cosmone is one of those that does give a powdery aroma. One that I think is so clean, doesn't change your formula much at all, is Zenolide, Zenolide. It is in the beginner's kit from creatingperfume.com. It is a go-to. To me, it is I will say it's a very, very forgiving musk. White musk, very, very forgiving. You can use a lot of it. Then number one, used the most of the white musk, is going to be Galaxolide. You're going to get it at 100%. If you get it at 100%, it is going to be a solid. So if you don't want to mess with a solid that you're going to have to heat up and you're going to have to dilute, get your Galaxolide at 50%. Because when you get it home, you're going to need to turn it into a 50%. It is solid. It goes to a liquid when you warm it up. It takes a little while, but it will. But just a heads up on the Galaxolide that it comes in a solid. The other one that two more. Helvetolide, Helvetolide, Helvetolide. That one has a pear note in the background. And you can smell that little pear note in the background, and it's really nice. So that's perfect for your florally, rosy, lily of the valley aromas. Helvetolide, not Habanolide, but Helvetolide has a pear note. It's pretty forgiving as well. So you're like, tell me the ones that are really, really forgiving and easy to use. That's another one. Helvetolide. Ultralid, Ultralid. Ultralid spells just like it sounds. That one to me gives the very, very skin sensual aroma. That one does that really, really well. Exaltide Total does the same thing. Aureline, Aureline, I think I just spoke about it earlier. That is another one that is just very skin sensual. It smells like skin. It smells like skin. That's so funny because I just smell my skin and it smells of a very white musk, like sensual. And I have nothing on. That's crazy. But so another one, I don't have it, but it's used a lot, so I don't know why I don't have it. There's still a lot of materials I don't have. Ethylene brassylate, that is used a lot. I am told it is a tiny bit oily. Not like it is oil, but it has a little bit of an oily smell, aroma. So that's that, but I don't have it. So I'm going to go to the darker musk again. So I really like the Ambretolide. It has a little bit of the ambret aroma and great with a lot of your masculine fragrances. That does not mean it doesn't go with some typical feminine fragrances, because of your very alluring, sultry, white petal aromas, fragrances, that's a great one. And Bretellite is a great one to use with those. For real. And then add a little bit of Ultralid and some R-Line, because you can mix some of these. Woo! That's a good combination right there. Woo, really nice. Some of these are pretty expensive. Exaltide, there's Exaltide and Exaltide Total. Exaltide, I believe, is pretty expensive. The Muscone, M-U-S-C-O-N-E, Muscone is pretty expensive, and a few others. But so to me, there's just two families. I don't know why this side is darker. That's so bizarre. I don't understand. I'm just noticing it. But anyway, on this side, there's the white musk, which is cottony clean, American, Tide, like the Tide detergent. It's just very, very cottony clean that Americans are obsessed with. And then there's the real, true, traditional, old school perfumery musk, which is deer musk. That is the true, real, old school, traditional musk. It comes from the deer. And the best one for that is the Shangri-La. There's nothing better than that. I mean, it is true, and you will want to dilute it and use it at a low percentage, like make it 5%. See how that works. Just do a small little vial of the 5%. If that's too strong, do a 1%. If that's perfect, then make a bottle of the 1% and use that in your formulations. Shangri-La is the darkest, yes, I would say, because, oh, my child. Sydney, come here. Come here. Thank you. Sydney, out. It is the darkest. I'm going to say yes, just because it is the truest. It is highly animalic. It is very, yes, to me, it is the darkest because it's the truest. It is definitely, this is so gross, but I'm from Mississippi, and everybody down there, including my family to this day, kill deer, and they go deer hunting year round. And this is so gross, but whatever, it's true. So my dad made me learn how to gut a deer. Ugh. But anyway, he did. It smells like deer. There is nothing more of all the materials I've ever smelled that smells just like deer. If you've ever been to the zoo and you've been able to get close to a deer, and to me, even not even a little baby deer, but like a grown-up deer, an older deer, and you smell it, that's what you get. And I know that sounds weird, but it's just like the true Castoreum Absolute is like stinky, nasty smelling. You want to dilute it, and voila, beautiful leather, and all these nuances come out. The same type of thing with that. It's just you want to Amy's like, we had deer meat in the fall when I was growing up. Yeah, I had deer meat year round, once or twice a week. And so I'm just sick of it. Oh, yeah, anyway, hunting, whoa, for me. But anyway, so it's just a real animalic, musky, yes, it's the darkest, truest, old school. Instead of using the real deer musk gland, the deer gland, they use Shangri-La now instead. So I hope that is helpful to me. Again, just to make it really simple, I shared about the clean, cottony American musk and the true old school dark musk that comes from the deer. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed this. And if this is school for you, if you are learning a lot and you want to help support, you can go to patreon.com/Mountain Aromatics and contribute whatever amount you would like to. And I do have different tiers of people who give, and I send you my formulas once a month. And also, there's tiers where I will mail out a fragrance sample to you, and they are $4 and $5 samples that I make that I just send to you in the mail, and just to show my appreciation. And I not only make fragrances, but I make accords. I love making accords, and I sell those as well. So in the show notes below, I will put a link to my accords list if you want to take a look at those, and you would just email me and let me know that you want to purchase an accord or have a list of accords that you'd like to purchase. But I'll have that below as well. And I want to thank you so much for being here, and hope you have a good day. If you like this, give me a thumbs up. And if you've not subscribed, please subscribe. And I will see you on the next Mountain Aromatics.